Oh, it rained overnight last night, and that's going to put a halt to proceedings for today. Our hay is on the floor, it's got wet. It happens. The only positive thing there really is there isn't a large amount on the floor, so is what it is. You have to wait till the top dries off now, and it's not a massive amount of rain. It hasn't thundered with rain or anything like that. It's just going to be it is going to be damp all the way through. Yeah, anyway, me and Keithy are out doing a bit of silaging around the Headlands. Not our most favourite job in the world. There's always a few bales. We've already had 20 over the other side of the farm there, so it's worth doing. You know, that's 2 days cow food peak, you know, when everything's had calves and whatnot. So it is worth doing, but it's just hard work picking them up and all the rest of it. Anyway, we're outside the back of the farm here where our winter wheat is. The electric company have been changing the wires all the way across the pylons there, so they've been doing that. So Keithy just mows once around, and we follow the mower. Yeah, we just follow the mower, you know. Dave will top the rest. In places it's a bit wider, but you've got quicks on one side, and then yeah, so we're just as a rule we're just going to mow once round. So far we've had 20 bales, but where it's thin one side and thick crop the other, it's quite difficult to make an even bale. The baler machine is telling me I need to be this side to get the bale even, which I am trying to do. It's just not ideal all round, but on years like this year where grass is extremely short, we are going to need to do it. Every bale that we can get extra is going to be much needed. So anyway, slow job. We will come picking them up. We will wrap them in the yard and then stack them later on. But we changed our baler settings back to high density again. I don't know how much we can do around this sort of area, but around the back there we can do. It might just stop round the back here. As Keithy. The guys are working around this area, so we can only do so far just here, but it's our winter wheat crop. We can you know, we can use our crop as much as we want. We can drive around here as much as we want. I believe they've changed them. They're 3-strand now, these wires, which is a bit different. They go from 3-strand to 4 strands, and I don't know what the difference is or why they've done that, but they have. I'm guessing they're going to be working from this point here onwards through that way, so that's why they haven't picked up the sheets yet. But they compensate you for your crop loss, and they've actually put us a new yeah, you know, where they couldn't get down very well, they put us a new they put some track through for us, a new gravel track. They've laid that for us, so that was interesting. But they've been around this area pulling the new wires up. Yeah, they've been busy, you know, they've been doing all sorts. But you see now we're a bit closer. There are 3 strands on there. I don't know if you guys can pick that out. I don't know what the difference is. I can't imagine working on these pylons is much fun. But anyway, this is the winter wheat. It doesn't look that brilliant, if I'm honest. Probably, but there'll be a little bit of straw there. Now, baling green silage straight out the mower isn't really ideal, but we haven't got time to do it tomorrow, and we do want the silage. All it will be is a little bit damper, a little bit cold. Colin always calls it stinky silage, because it's just it'll be a bit more, you know, just be damper. This afternoon we might even have to go off tedding and get the hay dried for tomorrow's baling. So we'll see how today goes. Anyway, we're going to pump out a few bales. They're really they're a pain in the butt to pick up actually. And you've sort of got to spin them, grab them, and then you've got to lug the trailers round, and the trailers don't always come round, and finding a place to load them. But you will have, you know, 100 more bales at the end of the day, so, which is 10 days cow food, and that is quite important. Just trying to keep an eye on everything here. But there's the wheat just starting to go off, changing colour. There'll be a little bit of straw there, there'll be a little bit of corn there. It ain't going to break any records, but it is what it is. Simple as. We'll get it off, we'll start again. Tomorrow's a next year's a better year, eh? Maybe. Doesn't feel like it ever, but that's what we keep telling ourselves. Not sure this was one of our greatest plans. There is, although we're allowed to do it, I've never ever, since I've worked with Andrew, I've never seen these headlands at gyms look so bare. We were coming here thinking there were going to be, you know, 40 or 50 bales to pick up, and I think it's going to be more like 20. Yeah, it's just all burnt up. It's burnt to nothing. It's there was actually more at home than there was here. We were, yeah, we thought it'd be the other way round. These are all coming out of set aside, going into winter wheat this year. So this is the driest half of the farm as well. So we hope, you know, should do well. Got to get a good year at some point, haven't we? But yeah, the lack of grass is definitely, it's all, it's not quite not worth doing, but it ain't far away, if you know what I mean. I got to, I can't go over that with the reel down. That will break. I think at the end there'll be 75 bales to pick up. The sun's come out now, so we're going to go and ted the hay as well. Try and get that baled up tomorrow. And then there is rain coming Wednesday night, so we've got tomorrow or Wednesday. And the weather is just, yeah, this week it's just been constantly changing. It just, 1 minute it says one thing, and then, yeah. There was rain last night, weren't even on. Nothing on the forecast for rain last night, but we got some regardless. Anyway, young Davo will come and top all these headlands properly once when we get into August. We will most likely run the topper through the set aside just to mulch it all down, and that way when we run the discarators they incorporate it all into the soil, and then the worms pull it all in, and it's usually a good job. There goes Keithy. He's just running the front mower around the crop. These are desperate times, and I don't think anyone quite realises how bad it is. Before all these schemes were in place, we would have cut these. We would have probably been looking at third time through with the topper on a normal year. You come through once early. We'd have gone through again just to tidy up, and we would have been looking at it again now to run the topper through it for the third time. But yeah, anyway, there goes Keithy boy. He's about to overtake us. I've got my lights on that. Oh dear me. Yeah, we don't do this job, you know, if we can help it, unless things are desperate, and things are desperate this year. Oh god. This is the spring wheat over at Jim's. Probably the last time we'll see it before we get harvesting, but it looks really well. There's a few wild oats I can see across it, but on the whole, apart from that, it looks ever so well. Quite impressed. We'll see what it does when we get yields back and stuff like that. I think this will probably be the best of the spring crops by the looks of things. Yeah, it looks very well. We just got the timings right with everything on this. It got its fur and then got a shower, washed it in. Second dose, got its fur, shower, washed it in, and then it went completely bone dry. And a bit more luck than anything, I would have thought, on the between the showers sort of thing. Not everywhere benefited that way, but yeah, this sort of did with the timings that it was drilled and then fertilised. But it looks very well. I'm hopeful. I'm glad to see it. Actually, there'll be a bit of straw there. There should be a bit of corn there as well. So that's good. I don't know what the yields are for good crop on spring. I think 2 ton is good, goodish around here. Yeah, I think it's got 2 ton all over. I think it might do a bit more than that, 2.5 ton, let's say. I don't know. We'll see at the end. I'll let you know what it does, but yeah, it looks really well. Our day's changed again today. This is one of Colin's. Used to keep his cattle out here actually, but this time we're haying it down. It's beautiful hay, I can see it's lovely. Anyway, Uncle Franklin's coming in. Yeah, it's been blowing and the sun's come out. Farmer's come and tad it. He's felt it all. He reckons we'll bale it up, but we're not going to mess about with small balers now. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. By the time we get organised, I've got the round baler on already. We're going to just round bale them up. We need some more round bales anyway. So yeah, it's going to work pretty nice actually. So Uncle Franklin is literally just pulling in the gate. So we've got to change our settings on our box now, because we're running hay settings now. So we're having it half as dense in the middle as we are on the outside. On the outside, just to get the weight off them a little bit, for Linda and Hazel, we are just knocking them down to 160. And that will give us a nice soft core, so if when you stack them up, if there's anything wrong with them, we're in the way now. We're actually and we'll leave them at that size, and we just need to put our counter back to hay, which is number 3. Enter. We're back set to that. Anyway, we'll pump a couple out. We'll test the nets and see what goes on. If we look out the window, we should see Uncle Franklin coming. There he goes. Not going to talk about hundreds of bales here. Well, I hope not, because I ain't got enough net if we have. But no, it's a pretty small crop again. Yeah, it's going to take longer to rake it than it is bale it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we've got 2 fields here, we've got 1 field close by, and then 2 on the way home. Small fields, small acreage, small crop. So not going to be massive bales. So we will just do what we can here. Rev her up on our A button. This is so nice having it all on your fingertips. That revs the baler up. Let the mouth of the feeder down, and simply drive in the row. So just like that, we go from silage to hay. Different settings, same size bales though. We'll be able to get along a little bit better than we were on the rough headlands before, and it was slow going. Oh, lovely, nice shape. Just going to give it okay. I ain't going to want to pick them up for a while. Plenty heavy like that. Ooh, we're on the limit there really. That's alright, they'll bail, and it's a good job we left the core a little bit less dense, so that's okay. We're going to get them bailed up this afternoon because the sun's shining. It's only going to get better from now on. Yeah, the first few might be a little bit heavier than usual. Anyway, tractor, it just couldn't be any nicer if it tried. Actually need a bit of aircon now. Right, back on morning jobs. Yeah, the day sort of changed for us yesterday. Baler wanted a good grease up this morning, let's just put it that way. Been to Turney's this morning, let's put you that way so you can see. Been to Turney's this morning. Tony, my man, the guys in there are just brilliant. Whatever I go, I sometimes hinder them because I go in there, I want this for this baler, and they're like, what are you on about? Anyway, they got me some parts. Springs, these becoming that we need one of these, you know, spare one all the time. See, that's a broken one from last year. I just kept it as a guide, if you know what I mean. Right, so those are going in there as spares, and they go, that spring goes up in here on there, and all it does is it just stops the knife flopping about. But they told me there should be one this side, and there definitely is not, so I don't know where that's supposed to go. On the picture in the shop it showed two of those on each side, but I can't see where it goes on this one. Doesn't matter, we've got a couple of spares. If you have a look at this belt, it's all starting to crack just where it goes over the back side of this tensioner, so we've got a spare belt just in case. It'll only break when you want to use it, and then if they haven't got one in stock, which they probably won't, because it's you know, they're not just going to carry belts for these balers. You've got to then wait a couple of days, and you want to be baling. So if we see something that's on the you know, we're not going to replace it now, there's no need. It could break this morning, but it could break in 2 years time, you just don't know. But if you've got one there ready to go on when it does break, you're laughing. You can get going, you know, 10 minutes, undo the tensioner, take the old one off, and you're going again. So we try, if we see something that's starting to wear or starting to showing signs, or things that we're using a lot, you know, we'll have a couple of spares for. Farmer's very good at it, actually, very good. The amount of times I say, oh, this is broken or that's broken, and he goes in the shed, and somewhere in that shed he's got a spare for it. Yeah, he's very, very good at that, actually. So anyway, good grease up this morning. All the main bearings, these lines run up to the big bearings and down to the back side of some of the others. The doors, you always want to be making sure, because they're going all the time, as well as the chains, as well as the bearings. Same on the other side, there's a load the other side as well, and the shaft as well. We've done everything. It's had a good grease up. And then we put I bet there's a specific oil you're meant to put in here, but we literally just put anything that we run a lot of oils on, like the combine engine oil. You always end up with extra each year, so we're just dumping it in there at the minute. But yeah, it does the exact same job. This oil tank goes down to this pump, which every time it puts a net on, it spins this mechanism here, which runs the pump, which then sends all these all go through to the other side as well, and then round the just puts oil at these points here on the chain every time it puts a net on, so all your chains are always lubricated all the time. This is year number 5 with it, I think. I can hardly believe that, really. There has been nothing major to change on it. Just trying to think. There's been nothing of any nothing I can tell you that has needed any attention on here. And I'll get back up there now. Yeah, so oh, the catch came off. We've had a new catch. Yes, and the new one is actually beefed up a bit. So the guys we got a new catch for it as well. Anyway, I'm going to keep hoping to keep this belt with the baler, just so if you're in the field you haven't got to come back to the workshop to change it. And this, I don't know if we'll squeeze it in there, we might. What else we got in here? Oh bloody hell, Cole did find it. Should have looked in there first though. Oh, I've got loads of them springs now. Oh, love it. Farmer will kill me once he knows that. The bracket had broken, look. So it needed the bracket. I could have got away with a couple of the other parts. You had to buy, when you bought this catch, you had to buy the main behind bracket, the lever, that part there, those two nuts and bolts there, and the spring all individually. Could have got away with some of that. That's annoying. We'll leave that in there for a spare another day. We won't tell Farmer, he'll never know. Maybe I should have had a look in there. Oh dear. Yeah, he'll kill me for that. Anyway, got a little bit of silage to wrap up. Keithy's gone to mow some ryegrass down the farm. Daisy's coming in. She's going to lend a hand today. Then Keithy's going to go and cut some more for hay. We've got a little bit of rain coming overnight. So Keithy's going to go and cut half of it, lay it out in rows, and then we'll ted it out tomorrow once the rain's done what it's going to do. We're over at Collins. We're back on the silage actually. This has been Keithy cut this yesterday, but the winter wheat out there looks absolutely ripping. I'm so, yeah. You look at it all winter and it's struggling with the wet, struggling. And sometimes it just actually amazes you how it comes out of that and then looks like that. This is Costello, this is. Be worth cutting, wouldn't it, that one? There'll be a bit of straw out there as well. You know, it's not all doom and gloom, you know. And that had a hellish wet winter on it. Anyway, we had a good touch with Costello. Leaves, if you've got weather and it doesn't get wet and all the rest of it, if you cut it and you can get the straw dry and the weather's with you, it just leaves the most golden straw. It's just beautiful, beautiful straw. Anyway, there'll be a lot of baling on the straw. We'll probably bale everything, I'd have thought, whether it be in big or small. Whether it be big, small, all round. There'll be pretty much all the straw will be baled, just because one, we got the space for it, and two, the cattle need good 1900 on their own round bales, and then whatever's left will be small baled. I wish everything looked like that. That would be I'd be just be very happy then. But Alistair's looks like that as well. Different variety up there, but it looks very well as up there as well, so that's good. Anyway, yeah, can't wait to get into that. You know, you're so busy at other things, you rarely come up here. The agronomist and farmer just deal with it, spray it, so you find yourself rarely coming up here, and it changes so fast, you know. So there's good, there's, it's standing pretty tall, and there's a good amount of straw there. It looks promising, I'm pleased. 103 bales, that's extra silage you wouldn't have had. Davo would have topped it on a normal year. So so there's about, I don't know, 10 days worth of food for the cows peak once we're calving and all the rest of it. So no, it's a good result. It was worth doing as well. The guys went and picked a load of it up yesterday. Oh, there's a trailer here ready. Oh, nice one. Who bought that? Oh god, we've got that lot to deal with another day. We had a go. It was not a fun afternoon. We had a go, we got half of it done, just got to get the nets off. It's just not a fun job. We'll let straw rot down, we'll spread it on another day. That straw will probably sit there for 2 or 3 years before it's ready to spread. That's a job for another day. Got a bit of chalk here to fix the track with. We're going to, if we're looking for a job and we're stop day making, we're going to fill all these holes in, run a layer of tarmac over top. That'll sort this track out. That'll be a good job actually. That's on the to-do list, as well as Jim's track on his farm before harvest. We'll get that done, or whenever we get time. This field looks very well in the wheat. This field looks just okay. There's a big wet area down the bottom. Yes, I think average, we're going to be below average. That one will bring the average up a little bit, but if you total everything up, not every field looks like that. They look a lot worse than that. So you total the whole lot up and average it out, it won't be anything special. So There we go. It's tricky. Yeah, I don't know what they I don't know what they want us doing. You know, grain prices and all the rest of it. You got to be. I don't know what the tonnage is. You got to be above before you. I bet you got to be nearly 2.5 ton just to break even, just to cover your spray costs, drill costs, seed costs, fuel costs, wear and tear on parts, everything like that. I bet you've got to be up near 2.5 ton just to get your money back, and then you got all this to deal with. So yeah, struggle. On a good year, if you can, you know, if you average 4 ton, it's a different story, isn't it? You know, you're going to make a little bit of money, but it's not a lot of money, and the price keeps dropping, and I don't know. Right, we'll come back up here, pick these silage up. We've got a few more to make later on. Daisy's coming in to lend a hand. We're going to go pick some bales up and stuff, and then Keithy's gone to cut some hay. It's looking like the next, after tonight's little bit of rain, it's looking like yeah, we'll be back on the haymaking, so that'll be good. Running out of card, running out of battery, so we'll probably end the video there. We're just this is we call it 25 acre at the bottom of the farm here, but yes, not a giant crop this time. I think we'll be lucky if we get 25 bales. Honestly I do. But anyway, I'm baling them, Daisy's wrapping them. Uncle Franklin's been down and rode it up. He's been and gone, and yeah, straight out of the mowers again this time. But it's some nice short stuff, so it'd be nice high quality to feed them store cattle. But yeah, oh, here comes Daisy. Baler's putting a net on. Hit my cruise button. Tractor will take me right up to where I want to be. Couldn't be any more comfortable in it. It's unbelievable. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, we're going to get these baled up, wrapped up, and put in the stack. It's not going to be a late one, that's for sure. Keithy's got off mowing, so hopefully we'll have some more haymaking for you on the next one. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.